President Ali, the man know they ever. Rather than this man step up and do the right thing as the president of this country, treat all Guyanese fairly. All this man want to spread a bunch of malarkey to spread a narrative to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. And the reality, the numbers show with 48% living at the poverty line. You got people in poverty, Mr. President, in the fastest growing economy, with one of the highest gross domestic earning per capita, and you want people just listen to you talk us to death and blow hot air in our faces over and over, and this man just comes out proud, bold faced. Now listen to this. In every commercial area, we will create public spaces and facilities to support recreation, vending, and small and medium-sized enterprises. This would ensure safe, high-quality infrastructure to support this important segment of the economy. The objective is to stimulate business opportunities and enhance the environment. Mr. President, it would enhance the environment, but you can't actually stimulate businesses if you don't give people money so that they can build these businesses. You got to give the people money. Now these $500,000 grants that the government giving for people to start up business. $500,000 don't have any value, Mr. President, in this country anymore. $500,000 should damn well be the salary for Guyanese today, because the cost of living continues to go up and up and up. Now, while we know the people that work in vending and all of these things, they need places where they can work and it can be comfortable and state of the art, and we totally agree to that. Now we know, Mr. President, the People's Progressive Party Civic is an infrastructure government. So we know that you're going to make sure they get this high quality infrastructure to support this important segment of the economy. We know they're going to have the infrastructure. We know you guys are going to build a building. But when you finish building the building and you put these small businesses in these buildings, who going to buy from the people? How the economy, how the people, the citizens really supporting the businesses, Mr. President, if it's not food or clothing? Because that's all we could afford with the salary that you're giving us, Mr. President. All we can afford is food and clothing. Most of us can't afford shelter. 48% living at the poverty line, Mr. President. They can't even afford the land. And the amount of land that you guys are giving out now prove like Guyanese wasn't getting land from your government. Now you guys are giving out land and the people can't afford the land. I got a friend right now, Mr. President. She is saying that she got about 3 more months to finish half paying for her land. And she don't know where she's going to find the money from, because the salary is going from aunt to bills. This is the reality. Now, where these people find the money to support this important segment of Guyana's economy, which are the people that do the small business and the hustling and the vending. The people that vending, those people would say it to you, Mr. President. They would say it. People aren't buying like they used to, because the cost of living gotten above our head and our dollars inflated, so it's lost its value, Mr. President. The only thing you can do, if you really want to be the best president, you already have the personality for it, Mr. Ali. You already have a great personality. You're a people person. You seem to be somebody that is down to earth, that like to have fun. But you're never going to get the credit you're looking for if you don't fix the salary. Raise the salary, double the salary, double the minimum wage, double the public assistance, double the pension, raise up the taxing threshold to 150,000, lower the PAYE tax, lower the value added tax, lower the price on land, lower the price for electricity, lower the price for all utilities in this country. If you don't do these things, President Ali, all of these hot air that you come in and blow in our faces, and all of these little malarkeys that you come in and spread it here and there with fancy literature in every commercial area, we will create public space facilities. These things have been done all over the world. It's not nothing new. We've seen Barbados, Trinidad, America, Canada, all these places. These people already have these public spaces and facilities where they put the vendors, right? And many a time they're called malls. So we've seen it. What we've yet to see, Mr. President, is Guyanese living at ease. What we've yet to see is the poverty line lower below 20%. You know, Mr. President, there are countries that their poverty line is below 30% and the countries are on the verge of economic collapse because their main resource for bringing in revenue is something that is fleeting. But that is not the case for Guyana. Our revenues are set right now to keep rising. And this is your words. We increased 49% last year, right? 13 and higher percent in gold and non-oil production. So it's going to continue to go up. When this new FPSO, your One Guyana FPSO come online, we're supposed to go over 900,000 barrels of oil per day. So the money is going to come in. But you guys are looking bad because you just want to come and talk us to death and blow hot air in our faces. And we see you guys living like millionaires. We see you take our wealth and give them away to your affiliates, your cohorts, and your favorite. We see people that have done no real civil duty, that make no real civil contribution to this country, become overnight millionaires just because they sing your praises. And the Guyanese people are sick of it. Their eyes are open. We're not going to fall for all these fancy literature. We want you guys to put the money where your mouth is. If you say you care about Guyanese, care about us enough to make sure that we get livable wage. Now, what is a livable wage? We can afford food, clothing, shelter. We can afford a little bit of savings. We can afford leisure and recreational activities with our family. This is all we need. If the salary of a teacher can start at 170,000, 160,000 now to serve part of college education, that's all we need. The salary of a nurse out of Charles Rose School of Nursing, if that can go to $170,000, $180,000, that is all we need. Along with consistent incremental increases through yearly salary increase. Not ignore the unions like how your government ignore the unions on the bread and butter issue. Meet the unions. Give us the 25% that you promised to give us. And I know that was 1 year you were speaking about, Mr. President. I know you didn't mean over the 5 years you don't give 25%. Because 5% had always been it. It's always been 5% you give, 5 and 6%. So I know you wouldn't be in Parliament making a bargain for 5% for a year like you normally give. I know the 25% was supposed to be in 1 year. Give your people some money, Mr. President. Your people struggling. You have me struggling. You have me going to loaning agencies to take small loans. Digging hole to full hole. You have my friends, my colleagues digging holes to full hole. You give the people a piece of paper, your land people give the people a piece of paper, say that they own the land. The people don't own the land because they ain't even finished pay for it. They can barely find the money. They don't know where they're going to find the money from. This is not good governance. And then every minute, the man just jump out telling you about something, boasting about something that the government doing, some abstract thing that they doing that doesn't really affect our quality of life, average Guyanese quality of life, change the life of this 48% that living at and below the poverty line. These are the things you need to do, Mr. President. Find a way to let Guyanese live better. We are tired of the fancy talk. We know you guys can talk. We know you can speak about anything, Mr. President. The Vice President said that you could speak about anything. We know it, Mr. President. Right now, we don't want you to talk too much. We want you to show us action in raise the salary, public assistance, minimum wage, pension, taxing threshold, lower price on land, lower electricity. You have us paying some of the highest electricity in Guyana here, and we're experiencing the most blackout. These are the things you need to change so we can see that you guys are a government for change. You can build how many buildings you want, build how many bridges you want, but if you don't have the people earning proper compensation for the competence so that they can enjoy leisure and recreation, who are you building it for? You're not building it for us, you're building it for the internationals, your affiliates and your cohorts, so they enjoy the country, and average Guyanese see it now. And I'm saying, if this government wants to retain the seat, they need to fix some of the former mentioned dysfunctions early in the video. This is an Eternity Enterprise presentation. Y'all stay safe.